Hi guys! Today I'm going to be talking to you about one of the international examinations, which is PTE. We'll be talking about the questions of the test, what the test includes, what the 4 skills are, and how to deal with each of the skills. And of course, we'll be exploring some of the methods of answering the questions, some tips, some tricks. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the video. Hi everyone, I'm Peasant. Here in this series, I'm going to talk about PTE test. So the PTE stands for Pearson Test of English. And this test is computer-based. So you actually take your test using a computer. So for this test, you have about 71 questions and you have 20 task types. And the total hours or the total time for it is 3 hours on average. So let's explore the sections together. Today I'll be focusing on the speaking, which is the first section. Of course, as some of you may know, for the PTE, they start with speaking and writing in the same section. However, you get the 4 skills as any other test. So the first skill assessed is the speaking. So the first part is a self-introduction. And the self-introduction is like that of writing your name on a question paper. So this is just to introduce yourself in order for the examiner to know who you are. So this is ungraded. You don't actually take marks for it. So this part includes the task types, which are read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, retell lecture, and answer short question. So these are the questions that are included in the speaking part. All right, let's see what are the skills that we need for the speaking test. The first part is you have to manage your pronunciation, because if you are asked as the first question, for example, to read something aloud, you have to read carefully and you have to give your answer in proper pronunciation, because the computer will recognize any problem when it comes to your pronunciation. So that's number 1. And again, you can use either the British or the American accent as you wish, both are fine. The second point is using intonation, stress, and connected speech. So using intonation is varying your tone. So you start a sentence with a high tone and you try to stress core words or important words, and then you have a following intonation at the end of the sentence. And connected speech concerns that of, again, you do not divide your sentence into words that are separate. No, you have a connected sort of speech where you link each word to the following word. Okay. Sentence structure is really important as well, because you have to provide correct grammar even if you're not writing. This is crucial. The lexical variety, or you have to vary your lexemes, your words, the vocabulary that you use. So don't stick to one word and follow saying the same word when it comes to a question like, for example, describe image or retell lecture, where you keep repeating same words. No, you have to vary your style. Eliminate hesitation. This is for 2 reasons. The first reason is that when you hesitate a lot, the topic or the content does not seem very coherent. It's like loose. It's not put together. That's number 1. Number 2, which takes us to the time management thing, which is that you have to stick to not more than 3 seconds of stopping. Or if you pause for more than 3 seconds, you actually get the second question automatically. Like the audio moves or shifts to the next question without even you notice it. So you have to make sure that you don't hesitate or don't stop talking for more than 3 seconds in the beginning of the audio or in the middle of the audio. Okay. And note-taking. Sometimes you need to take down notes while you listen to something and give your answer. So for example, in some of the questions, you may want to take down notes. So for example here, retell lecture, you just listen to something and you're supposed to retell it. You're supposed to say it again. So in order for you not to forget the ideas, you write them down on the noteboard and then you use these ideas for retelling the lecture or saying the things again. And the last thing is training your short memory. And this is important when it comes to a question like repeat sentence. This is a question where you're given a sentence and you're supposed to repeat the same sentence after the person finishes. So in this case, you have to train your short memory to be able to recall the information or recall the sentence as you listen to it. Okay, so again, you have to make sure that you are on time because some questions are only answered in the time frame of 40 seconds. So if you actually exceed the limit, it again shifts to the next question. So that's mainly it for the speaking part. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me anytime you want. Thanks a lot. See you in my next video. Bye.